Hey guys, this is Coach Joe coming to you from inside the Holy Cronut. I apologize for the sound quality as it turns out Blessed Pastries have terrible Wi-Fi. This is our MLCW Archer Queen Division 2 Week 2 recap video. But first, I want to quickly mention Week 1. We missed out on a recap because I was in the middle of nowhere for 2 days following the war and had no ability to record hits. But we emerged victorious 71-70 versus Mecha Alliance, who really impressed us with their hit-ups. The one-star victory came down to the lone 10v10 triple of the war by our very own SS Poop Ship. Obviously a team effort on both sides of the map, and we're very proud of our whole clan for defeating a very talented Mecha Alliance. And now, joining me for the Week 2 recap of our war versus Temple Rising is the leader of the Holy Cronut, John, aka Logjammin'. What's going on, John?
Not much, Joe. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to Week 3 because as everyone who's watching this video has now seen, Week 2 didn't go as well as Week 1.
Yeah, sweet redemption in Week 3. Story of this war, lost by 0.3%. Did great on our 10v11s. They missed hitting you.
Yes.
Then we got 3-starred and lost on percentage at 10v10.
Yeah, that's right. So, it was a great war, right down to the line. And here is the first attack that we're going to be recapping. It's Ajax versus Superman. This was a fresh hit.
Yeah, so square base style that you're kind of all seeing now. Tiny chambers, fairly anti-witch.
Right, makes funneling the troops in very difficult. And the 4 air defenses going in a straight line diagonally make any kind of La-Loon attack a little difficult. Some people have perfected it, but there's still a lot of people messing it up.
Yes, let's see what Ajax fresh hits this like.
Yep, so he goes a Shattered Go-Ho, no bowlers, lots of wizards. He brought 10.
Yeah, drops that golem on the right side of the town hall, expecting there's probably a Tesla over there. If there's not, that golem maybe wanders all the way down to that mortar. Kind of messes up his funnel a little bit. Good gamble.
Yeah, and even if that happens, the golem walks along the outside and those wizards funnel extra hard.
Yep.
Not a terrible idea, especially since he's not bringing bowlers. All he's really trying to do here is get the heroes in the clan castle.
Yeah, or wall breakers. He's going real shallow with this jump, just to kind of get the defenses immediately around him right there. CC, Queen, and then start his hogs.
And the nice thing about no bowlers is that you can bring clan castle hogs, which are stronger and obviously give you a lot more hogs. So it's really just a matter of get them out there, spread them out, and then use your eyeballs, get your heels in the right spots.
Yeah, and this is a Town Hall 9 attack that's been around forever now. Surgical hog deployment on the outside, back when you had to go around double giant bomb, stuff like that.
And look, he's already started his cleanup. Right in the middle of his hogs, he drops a wizard.
Which is a great idea, right? Because usually you're failing this attack on time a lot of the times. If you're down to like 4 hogs, you got no cleanup, solid 92% attack.
Yeah, he hits a lot of spring traps, but again, so many hogs. I mean, even with these skeletons hitting him the whole time, and then it looks like he tried to swag the heel, but couldn't quite make it, and managed to see that corner Tesla and pop it with the loon. But
yeah, what a great idea to bring a single loon, right, on a fresh hit. Just because what better way to screw up a fresh hit with a pocket Tesla?
Right, yeah. Or, oh no, the last defense is a cannon, and it just killed my last hog. So, this is the second attack. This was actually me. Wasn't going to use one of my own attacks, but I was told that I had to because it was a good attack, I've been told. So I took a look at this base and I said, any kind of funnel that was small, if I tried to be efficient, probably wouldn't work. I decided that there absolutely had to be a Tesla over at 3 o'clock outside by that outside wall there, and so I said, hey, if I can funnel my troops into those 2 wizard towers at 6 o'clock, I can take the Queen, the clan castle, bomb tower, 2 wizard towers with my kill squad, and then I can just go crazy with hogs after that. And I only need 2 heals because that king over there, I just go king v king. So I start my golem over at 3 o'clock, and I figured as long as that Tesla is where I think it is, he's going to go for it first, and he does. This was fresh, again. My other golem at 6 o'clock, and there's just not a lot shooting at them. They got 2 defenses each. So I use a lot of wizards to get a nice big funnel going, and the way that the compartments at 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock are, I just didn't think there was any chance anything was going to try to walk around the outside with such a big funnel. So then I just popped my heroes and my bowlers out to take out the rest of the garbage along the outside there, jump them in, and that's as far as I needed to get. Typically, my heal drops, as you'll see, aren't this good, but I managed to get every troop except one archer to just stay inside my poison drops here. I typically suck at poison drops.
Yeah, that witch coming out kind of screws everybody out up, right?
Yeah.
Skeletons kind of scatter, and then
if you can poison her right away, then she won't cause as much havoc. So King v King up on the northwest side. Stretch the Bowlems out across the path that the hogs out along the path the defenses I'd left behind, and I heal before the gap. I waited to see if there was any giant bombs on the other side of the expo. There weren't, so I let everything kind of clump together and then heal again.
Oh man, and saving that poison for those 8 skeletons that are coming after you. Clean up down, by the way. There's archers up at the top taking care of corner huts. And then it's kind of all she wrote.
Yeah, I actually planned that one for longer than I care to admit, but I'm glad that it came together the way that it did. This is the last Town Hall 9 attack we're going to show. This is Cuban versus Gator Spy Guy. This was not fresh. Somebody else hit it before him. And it's one of those bases where it kind of dares you to use air because the expos are set to ground. But the whole strategy of it is that it's spaced out a lot so that when you go air, the sweepers are just hitting you for so long, and the air defenses are actually relatively close to each other, that you take a lot of damage. And Cuban just really showed his patience when he comes at this base, and he waits and waits and waits, and it's just beautiful.
Right, and 5 hastes don't hurt.
That's right.
Getting through a base this big.
Yeah, and you'd see a lot of people who would bring those hastes, and 5 seconds into their Laloon, they've dropped 3 of them.
So hero suicide up at the top at 12. Again, he knows the CC.
Yep, and just wait. First haste.
Draws out that dragon, 2 loons. Heroes are fine. Haste going down real slow on his balloon and hound pathing. Starts again, 2, haste down. And then it's just kind of clockwork through the defenses. Kind of like you see in a hog raid, just surgical loons, right?
Yeah, he absolutely didn't need to bring any rages. I mean, you need a rage when you need the speed and you don't have enough loons to kill whatever building you're attacking. You know, so at Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, you'll see that on Infernos and Eagles and all that because the loons aren't strong enough. But when you got a clump of 6 of them going after one building, all you need is the haste. So bring 5.
Right. Up, the AD still up.
You know, he could have brought 6. Never mind. He could have brought 6. He brought that skeleton spell, I would assume, because if he ended up not getting the sweeper, he wanted to be able to take it down. But he just didn't need it, so he uses it for cleanup.
Super pretty attack.
Yep, and now this is the last attack that we're going to show. And unfortunately, it was against us. 10v10 triple. Actually fresh, actually very close to the end of the war where they didn't have a lot of attacks to waste. And this was the score that made it so that it was going to be tied and would come down to percentage.
Yeah, and you can tell that this attack was really, really well planned. It's going to be a queen walk into a drag attack. And there's some amount of luck, especially when you're coming at a Town Hall 10 fresh like this. But kind of every single thing that could play perfect for Barry did and was the deciding factor of the war.
Yeah, very nice for them not having to use multiple attacks on this. So he tries to push his queen off to the left. And it turned out it was pretty easy to do the way the outside buildings were. And what he's trying to do here is clear everything out so that getting the Inferno Tower is going to be easy for his dragons, and then the queen is going to end up fighting the air defenses so the dragons don't have to.
Yeah, so he gets the funnel down for only 5. And it starts to get kind of hairy right here. She's going down. The Inferno touched her for a second. He's going to have to rage here in just a minute. Puts down a loon below just to kill a single Archer Tower. I'm sure he'd love to have had that Wizard Tower too, but it was mainly to create this backside funnel. Has to pop his queen.
And very smart, very smart.
You know, single giant in there. That's just to cover for all of these wall breakers coming in. He brought in a bunch of extra just because he wanted to make sure that he got in that wall.
Well, right, and the giant was supposed to go to that mortar and distract the cannon. Instead, the giant went to the Tesla and distracted the Tesla and the cannon. So, I mean, that's what we're talking about when we're saying, you know, a little bit of luck involved. That, hey, you know, he had one idea and it ended up being a great idea and he didn't even know it.
Right, so Dragon's down with the loons behind him. This is, you know, the Hound's on the queen, beating on her against a sweeper. The loon made it out of the poisons on top of her. She's going to survive all of this.
Yep. This attack's over, we're saying. This is over.
Yeah.
He's done rip.
Yeah, right here you think that the attack's gone, but check out where the queen is. Check out what defenses are left. There aren't many that shoot air.
Right, and so the queen just decides, yeah, I'll kill all of them. Don't worry about it, guys.
And he's got this one dragon that's pushed its way all the way to the 3 o'clock spot, sitting out of range of everything, just full health, just hanging out there.
And I love the use of the king as a back-end tank for the dragons. There's nowhere else to use the king in this attack. That's great.
Yeah, so tank this single Archer Tower that's left, right?
Yeah, take the single Archer Tower that's left, cleaned up all the garbage, so that, guess what, dragons? All you got left to do is kill defenses.
And if Poop had a level 3 Inferno Tower, this might have been a different story, but he doesn't. And so this attack is really great for those bases that kind of have level 2, level 1 ADs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it were a higher level base, then, you know, maybe it takes multiple tries. But, you know, just very impressive to come at this and dragon. Oh, at least he killed all the dragons. Yeah,
2 minute, 56-second triple.
Yeah, so that's the war. That's the best attacks that we saw by us, and their very great attack that they had on us. Do you have any final thoughts, John?
Yeah, shout out to Temple Rising. They were great guys to match with. They got a nice clan. They can get a couple more 11s. Then I look forward to a rematch with the 3 Town Hall 11s on both sides.
Yeah, if we don't see them in playoffs or even before then, I'm definitely going to want to do an arranged war with them. So, until next time, this is Coach Joe saying that 9 out of 10 dentists agree that Sensodyne is the best toothpaste for sensitive teeth. Thanks for watching.
That's the saltiest thing I've ever tasted. And I once ate a big heaping bowl of salt.